Hey, what's going on out there, people? It's Brandon here, also known as Scourge of Vinyl. I just want to talk to you a little bit about my past weekend in Philadelphia, where I spent 2 days at the Decibel Metal and Beer Fest. Got to meet some cool people, got to see a lot of great bands, picked up a ton of killer records. Started out, for me, I took some time off of work, and Thursday I saw Destroyer 666 and Watain down in Philadelphia. And I don't know how Watain is expected to follow Destroyer every night because they fucking wiped the floor with them. I thought their set was so much fucking better. The stage setup and the antics will only get you so far. Musically, I think Destroyer 666 is just on a different level. But that's just my opinion. The opening band, Tomb, Tomb, fucking sucked. Some like industrial kind of black noise, not my thing at all. Um, yeah, and then Friday there was a pre-fest show with Midnight and Necrot. Didn't get to go to that, but then Saturday came, and that was the first day of the Decibel Metal and Beer Festival. The headliner that day at the gates stole the show from me. Also saw Spirit Adrift. They opened, so my two favorite sets of the day were the first set and the last set. Packed in between was a lot of beer drinking. They give you these tiny little sample cups, and you just go around to all the breweries. And they had, I'm not like a beer fanatic. I'm not super into craft beer, so I'm not going to be able to comment too much on that. But they had a ton of breweries from all over the country. Independent kind of DIY type shit. Those people were just stoked to be there, stoked to let people try their beer, and I got around to a few of them. I didn't try all of them, and those little cups are hard to keep track of, and I'm not a big drinker, so before I knew it, like 7 o'clock rolled around, and I was a little bit tipsy. Yeah, they start pouring at 4. Band started at 5. The show ends around like 11:30, so I'm sure people were fucking hammered. Um, Sunday should have been called the fucking Hangover Fest because I could just see it in everyone's faces. Everyone was fucked up, hungover, tired. But Sunday's fucking package was absolutely stacked. Started off with Summerlands, incredible band. Um, Repulsion, um, Carcass headlined Sunday. My favorite band of the whole weekend. They fucking crushed. Um, yeah, I mean, I can't even remember. I saw so many fucking bands. Monster Magnet from here in New Jersey played. Mayhem played, but I was less than enthused with their set. This is like the third or fourth time I've seen them now, and they're just fucking boring at this point. I'm over the whole De Mysteris shit. I've seen that a couple times now. I don't ever need to see it again. And all of their newer shit, like Ordo Ad Chaos, Chimera, all that shit, I don't really care for. So not I don't want to take away from their legacy at all because they are probably one of the most important bands in black metal, but I don't ever need to see Mayhem ever again. Um, I got to meet Pat, GroundZero Salem. He was in town for the festival, his birthday weekend. Happy birthday to you. Um, a bunch of people came up to me, said that they watch this channel, follow me on social media and shit like that. Everyone was really nice, really cool. I enjoyed meeting some new people. So, if you ever see me at a show, I'm sure some of you have. I'm really not like a bad dude. You can come up to me and say what's up. I'm not gonna hurt you. Um, yeah, killer weekend. It was nice to get some time off of work and see a whole bunch of killer bands. And then the Monday after that, I went into Brooklyn to see Nexul and Caveman Cult and my friends in Pink Mass. And man, I was so worn out. Nexul threw some of the most foul smelling blood into the crowd. I'm pretty sure it was pig's blood, and it smelled like a barnyard. The whole venue just smelled like a slaughterhouse. It was gross, honestly. but fun. They were good. So enough about talking about all like the bands and my weekend and shit. I'm gonna show you the records that I got. The first one that I got, and I was stoked about it because I just asked Eric from Our Place of Worship is Silence where I could get this, and he told me to hit up Translation Lost Records, who released their newest album with Inexorable Suffering. And I was going to go check out their website, but after the fest, because I had a lot of money saved up, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't hurting for cash at the festival and in Philadelphia and all that shit. So I was going to wait, but fortunately they had this there. Translation Lost was in the building. There were a ton of different labels and distros in the house. This album is killer, man. I like it better than their last full length. This is their second full length. Artwork done by Rest from Leviathan. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it at all. Probably not. But the Our Place of Worship is Silence logo is embossed behind the artwork, kind of. It's just black vinyl. These guys play some really, really interesting death metal. Eric, the dude's riffing style just really reminds me, not the way that the riffs sound, but he has a very unique way of playing and arranging things. It reminds me a lot of Trey from Morbid Angel, which is really, to say that I think that you definitely have a unique approach to writing and playing music. So if that's your thing, some kind of chaotic, really not exactly technical, but the riffing is it's diverse. It's not your standard chugs and breakdowns and shit like that. It's really really cool stuff. I like that a lot. Gilead Media was in the building, distroing and selling some of their shits. This was a total blind buy for me. This is Insect Arc with Marrow Hymns. It's put out on Profound Lore Records. This band is two women, and it's described as heavy doom psych kind of stuff, but I got more of like an ambient industrial vibe. It's just drums, bass, a lap steel. If you're not familiar with that instrument, look it up. It's similar to a guitar, but very, very different at the same time. And then there's some electronics too. So there's no guitar, there's no vocals, all instrumental. I can't really say I've ever heard anything like it. The closest comparison that I could give is maybe Pelican, but that's mostly just because they're instrumental and they're somewhat heavy. I'm not sure that I would classify this as a metal album, although there are elements of metal in here. But overall, a very interesting listen. I'm glad to have a record like this in my collection because I can honestly say I don't have anything else like it. So, and it came on a really nice colored vinyl. This turquoise with like a yellow and black splatter. Pretty cool shit. So if you're looking for something new, way out of left field, maybe you want to check out Insect Arc. Marrow Hymns out now on Profound Lore Records. Then I stopped by $20 Spin, and they had a couple records that had not started shipping yet. One of them being the new compilation from the band Scorched. This entitled Excavated for Evisceration. This compiles their two prior demos. They're going to be releasing a full length with $20 Spin later on in the year, so this is kind of a precursor to that. Very nice red with black splatter vinyl. Scorched is a death metal band from Delaware. Matt from Homewrecker plays in this band. Really, really just heavy, raunchy shit. There's some like horror movie samples in there. Definitely looking forward to a full length from Scorched soon. Relapse was in the building. And then I picked up the new Mammoth Grinder, Cosmic Crypt, from them. I bought this on CD initially because the last Mammoth Grinder album, Underworlds, I think it was called, I liked it, but it wasn't phenomenal. So I just wanted to buy the CD first before dropping, an extra, 10, $15 on the record. And this record impressed the shit out of me. The way that this band has transformed into this ugly metal punk kind of juggernaut. It's really, really, this is like a culmination, I see it as, for this band. The way that they've been able to evolve into what you hear on Cosmic Crypt. Killer artwork, nice gatefold presentation. I just got the black vinyl version. All the colored vinyl variants sold out pretty fast. Out of a handful or so records that have been released so far that I've heard this year, this new Mammoth Grinder is up near the top for me. It's really, really fucking good. And then I stopped over at Season of Mist, and they had their shit set up and like some distro shit going on, so I picked up the Tomb Mold. This is a compilation of their prior two demos released by Blood Harvest. Comes with this kind of like a OBI strip, so I like that. I think it looks cool. I'm gonna hang on to it. That's their Bottomless Perdition demo, and then the Molting demo. Tomb Mold, death metal band from Canada. Definitely one of the best newer death metal bands around. I believe they have another full length coming out this year. Last year, Primordial Malignity, their prior full length, came out. So it was like top 30 record for me. I think it was like 24, 23, but it probably easily could have been higher. Yeah, so keep your eyes out for Tomb Mold, especially if you're a fan of death metal. And then one more random pickup that I got. I think Gilead Media had this. He was selling a bunch of used records, and I can't believe that I didn't have a copy of this record on vinyl for so long. But this is Sleep with Dope Smoker. He's selling it used. Got it for $30, which is probably what like a new one costs anyways. And it was in great condition. Still had all the inner sleeves and everything. And it was an older variant, I think from like 2016. Green with black splatter. I had seen this record around a lot, but mostly on black vinyl. And not that I have a problem with that, it's just that there's so many variants of this record that are out now. I didn't really want to settle for a black copy because I'm collector scum. One that I had my eye on for a while was like the Sativa Swirl. It was like a green and purple or magenta swirl. It was really fucking nice looking, but that one just never made its way into my collection. But I've got a copy now, so I'm more than happy with that one. I also went to a local record store by the name of Vinyl Altar down in Philadelphia on Sunday. There was some time in between, when I woke up and before the show started again, so I wanted to kill some time, check out the record store there. I picked up a couple live Venom records. This one is their Canadian Assault, reissued by Back on Black. Actually sounds pretty decent. It's got 3 live songs and 3, I guess they're just regular songs. I don't know why they included them on here, but you got Warhead, Women, Seven Gates of Hell, Die Hard, Welcome to Hell, In Nomine Satanas. Really cool record. I fucking love anything Venom. Red with white splatter. And then the more extensive live from the Hammersmith Odeon Theater. This one has 16 tracks on it. It's pretty much all the hits from their early records. Kronos, Abaddon, Mantis. You all know them. And this came on a gold vinyl. This one issued by High Roller Records. I love this on the top. It says, "Home taping is killing music. So are Venom." And then, I don't know who out there might appreciate this, but I certainly did when I found it. I collect movie soundtracks, mostly for horror movies, but also some sci-fi shit too. And this was, it's a promotional copy, actually, of the original soundtrack for the original Clash of the Titans, not that remake bullshit. Um, when I was younger, my dad didn't give a shit about showing me movies that I shouldn't have been watching at that age. And I remember being real young, like 8 or 9 maybe, and watching Clash of the Titans and seeing Medusa turning people to stone, the Kraken rising from the sea, uh, big ass scorpions, a fucking mechanical owl, Pegasus, the flying horse. What a fucking outstanding movie. And this is actually when I got home, the first record that I threw on just for nostalgia. And, the soundtrack brought back so many memories of being little and watching these movies that at the time, you know, I didn't even know what they were fucking about, but I just thought they looked cool. So, yeah, a little trip down memory road there. I got that for like $8, so great deal. Uh, so that's it. That was my badass weekend hanging out in Philly, watching cool bands, meeting cool people, buying cool records. That's what it's all about. Am I right? So as always, thank you all for liking, subscribing, tuning into these videos. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. And until the next time, take care.